How's it going, everyone? Jesus here, aka Tyrant Dominus, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about Anchor. Anchor is the one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. Honestly, Anchor is a very enjoyable platform to be on, listen on, and just a joy to be a part of this community. Anchor, come check us out. And welcome back to Reactioncast. We're here to give our final review for WandaVision, and here with me again is my brother Michael.
Hi.
So we'll be having a longer, extended discussion, and it's been a while since the finale, but just trying to get together has been pretty rough. But I've recently rewatched the entire season. I kind of want to get a fresh look into it because sometimes when I watch a show and then kind of watch the finale, I would normally do my review, but I kind of wanted to go a little bit more because there's a lot to take in for WandaVision.
A lot of hidden meanings.
There's a lot. So well, we won't really go into spoilers too much. We're just gonna give us our thoughts and for this miniseries, this 9-episode miniseries for WandaVision. So what did you think of WandaVision as a whole?
As a whole?
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I feel like it brought some stuff to MCU. Some of it, like the what's the word for it? Like something about expectations. You know, like they showed you something. Like there was a character that showed up and then like they didn't turn out to be what everyone thought it was, and that
subverting your expectations.
Yeah, subverting expectations.
Okay.
Which
yeah.
that part I didn't like, but like the main cast, the two side characters I loved. Like there's a lot of just good dialogue and stuff. So, you know, it wasn't really about the action, even though by the end there was some good action scenes.
Okay.
So I liked it, and I feel like it is worth a rewatch.
So yeah, I agree with that because for what this kind of experimental show was, I think we spoke about it during our mid-season discussion, is that they were trying some things that have been done in other series, but this is kind of the first time I would think it would be like a main for the main audience, going into like different styles of shows, because the way they were doing it every decade, which was interesting. I know some people didn't like it. I know you and Josh did not find that, but I think towards the end it finally brought it up to what it was supposed to be. So it did come together and it made sense at the end.
They did kind of explain it.
Yeah, so I think if you got through the entire miniseries, everything was well put together. For me, yeah, a lot of the set pieces were really good. Like you said, a lot of the dialogue was really good. It was a very well done show. It's kind of hard to put a lot of negatives into it. There's little things here and there that people can nitpick, but overall, I think they did a really good job. I think the only thing for me is like kind of the finale itself. I wish it was a little longer, maybe a 2-parter, but you know, they can only do so much. But
they could have made it 10 episodes and made it an even number, you know.
Yeah,
not stop at 9.
That's true. But overall, I think that they did a good job expanding the lore of what Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, is.
Oh yeah.
That
part was amazing.
Yeah, that was great. So we'll get into some. Is there anything you want to talk about before we get into kind of spoilers and stuff and our rating?
Everything I want to talk about, I feel like is actually a bigger
spoilers?
spoiler. Yeah, I feel like they are.
Okay. The only thing I really want to talk about is really like a little bit Olsen's and Paul Bettany's like acting. Like we mentioned, they did a really good job, really showcasing what Wanda was going through these episodes. It's because this takes place right after Endgame, and it's a really good showcase that these are still people that we're dealing with. They might be.
And look at that shit.
Exactly, phone. These are still everyday people, even though they have superpowers. They deal with stuff.
One's a robot.
Well, okay, one's an android. Android.
Yeah, android.
True. But they're still people. There are others. They're still people. So it's a good showcasing of that. It's a good showcasing of also another side of Marvel that's been touched upon with movies like Doctor Strange and things like that. Just dipping into that world because we haven't really gone too far into that. So it's they did a really good job, and a lot of the supporting cast as well, like introducing us to Monica, bringing back. Like Yeah, bringing back Jimmy Woo, Darcy. Darcy was some people. I've been hearing mixed feelings about Darcy, but I toward the end I was like, okay, she's there. Let's see what's gonna go from there.
They kind of slowed her role at the end. She wasn't showing up as much. She was definitely the comedic relief. I thought Jimmy Woo was, but like she was the one. I feel like they were like kind of threw it out there as the comedic relief.
Yeah, but
as the sassy scientist lady.
So yeah, their kind of sub story was really good, and just overall, just a really good job. I like. I think we spoke about it during our first impressions and our mid-season. It was fun getting to see different decades, some more than others for both of us. But they did a good job kind of really like touching into those decades too. They really did a good job. Like, yes, that kind of feels like an episode of the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s even. They did a good job saying like, yeah, this is it. And like we mentioned earlier, subverting a lot of our expectations. We were also giving our theories out there, so letting the kind of the fans also kind of pry into it. I think it's one of the fun things about fandoms like this. It's like I think that's a good reason also to kind of do a weekly thing, because it gives a lot of the audience time to like think what's going to happen, what's really happening, and things like that. I think that's something that was really what's been fun about always waiting a week. It's been hard to wait a week, everyone. Maybe like 2 episodes every week would have been nice, but I know Disney has to make their money somehow. But overall, yeah. Noting how WandaVision overall has gone through, I'm now looking forward to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So.
Oh yeah, that one I am looking forward to.
Yeah.
I've seen some clips of it, and it just looks like it would just be it's a buddy cop fucking show.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a buddy cop show.
So yeah, so let's before we get into spoilers, let's give our kind of final reviews of WandaVision. So I'm gonna let you go. What would you give WandaVision out of 10?
I said I'll give it a 7, a good 7.
A good 7?
Like it had a good story. It was a little bit slow in the beginning for me. That's a big thing for me. I'm impatient. Looking now, I want shit to happen immediately. But like again, I would rewatch it now that I know everything that's happening. But again, it's those first 3 episodes that brings it down to me, because I feel like I'd be skipping a lot of the first couple episodes. Like not skipping them, but like skipping through them. Okay. Other than that, the rest of the season was amazing. The ending, the fucking.
Whoa! What happened, Michael? Whoa. Okay. Well, he left. We'll see what happens. Okay. As we wait for him to get back. So, yeah. I'll give my final reviews of the episode. My final thoughts for the episode would be, like I mentioned before, a lot of great performances, a lot of, you good?
Difficulties.
Okay, it was weird. Like,
Yeah. What's the last thing you heard me say?
Kind of you're giving your final thoughts before your rating.
Yeah, I said 7 out of 10. Because it is a good show. The beginning was very slow though for me, and I would give it I would rewatch the whole season again, but for the first couple episodes, I'll see myself skipping through them a bit to get to the more interesting parts.
Okay, so all right. So for my final review for WandaVision, like we mentioned earlier, a lot of good story points, good dialogue, some cheesy ones, but you can all do so much. Interesting villains, really lame sub villain, but whatever.
That fucker.
Good, yeah. Overall, good plot and overall story arc. Good performances overall. A little, I would say, a bit weak on the battle. It was kind of weird, but overall entertaining. And so my final rating for WandaVision is a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yes, I found it very amazing. I would enjoy watching this one again, just for what it was. So we're going to get into the spoilers. So if you guys haven't watched it yet, why haven't you? So one moment. Wrong sound effect.
I was like, really? Okay.
Yeah, no, I was supposed to do this one. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one was more of a flashback. Thinking back. Okay.
Spoilers.
Well, kind of it is kind of thinking back because we gotta kind of think back. So spoilers. Yeah. So here we like I mentioned, we're gonna be talking about spoilers. We'll be probably talking a lot more intense spoilers in our extended discussion, but we're gonna just talk a little bit here. Something that we liked, we didn't like, and what more we'll be talking about with our friends in the extended discussion. That one's going to probably be a good hour and a half, probably 2 hours long. So what did you like? What did you not like? And what were you hoping for? And what didn't happen that you were?
So I loved Wanda and Vision. Them when the kids finally showed up, I love how they acted. I loved.
I forgot the kids. Yeah,
the kids. I loved when the people in the town kind of got they lost their enchantment, and so they were actually they had their minds again freed for a bit, and how they reacted to everything, and how you saw what kind of Wanda was doing. And I want to talk about this, which I think was a very disturbing. It was in the last episode, season finale, is when I forgot her name, the head mom of the blonde lady. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, her name was. Oh my god, I just.
Well, she wasn't a main character. She was barely even a side character. So.
No, but she was another red herring.
Yeah, but the last episode, it's was it Dark? No, Agatha.
Yes, Agatha Harkness, which everyone knew. Everyone knew that was gonna. Yeah, Agnes was Agatha. So
that's the point I'm going to talk about after, about the subversion of expectations. But for that, when she released her, and you saw that she wasn't she was scared, but she was just basically bargaining with her so that she could see her daughter again. It's please, that this is a story you could do, and she could be their friend or their bully or something, and she just wanted to see her daughter again, or have her child be leave her room, which I thought that for me was very I guess scary to actually see.
Yeah, it is because
I was wow, that was intense, and it wasn't even that intense.
Yeah, because that's something that you really barely thought about is like the people of this town of Westview were basically in prison. Without her like 100%. She knew she was doing something, but I don't think she understood to what extent she was doing it to. So
Trauma. But the subversion of expectation. So there's two. So there was Agatha, or what was her little character name? Aggie or something?
Agnes.
Where, like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe they just didn't write it out good, or maybe it was that point where they were just trying to push it in your face, but like, this isn't right. Where from, like, I feel like the beginning, at least other than the first episode, you can see there's something wrong with her within this fake little universe. And so when it finally did show up that, like, oh yeah, she's Agatha Harkness and she's a witch and all that, it wasn't that surprising.
No, yeah.
And then the other one was, what's his name again? Evan Peters. That one pissed me the fuck off. I was like, like when he showed up, I know the whole engine. And I was like, oh, what does this mean? What is this gonna mean for the MCU, for X-Men, and all that? And then they showed at the end, oh, his name is whatever the fuck his name was, and he just don't believe that it was being used by Agatha.
He's Ralph. That's her husband, Ralph Boner. That was a rough one. I'm not. We kept getting nods to who's Ralph, who's her husband. We just kept hearing this over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And there was like a lot of red herrings. There's the pompous mean head lady, then the mailman. He was my red herring. Like, what is he? Who is he? But yeah, there's a lot that was happening. And I think also mentioning the whole situation with the people of Westview, mm-hmm. like when towards the end when Wanda finally was leaving Westview, you can kind of see the people were not gonna like, oh yeah, I'm sorry and stuff like that. No, they're pissed. You enslaved these people, you manipulated these people to a horrible extent. And I personally didn't like when
the ending.
When Monica kind of said like, yeah, if I would do it too, like I would do the same thing. Like, well, no, that's pretty messed up. Enslaving an entire city.
You see, if you had the power to do it, and what grief does to you, that's kind of understandable. But the other the thing that Monica said was like, they don't know what you sacrificed, and it's like, what did they sacrifice for the last what was it, like months or something?
Yeah, probably.
Like they had family outside, they had children and stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of like it's very you messed them.
It's like they don't care what she fucking sacrificed. It's like, fuck you, I lost my job.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, let's see here. So some of the things.
Sorry.
Go for it. No, go for it.
So one thing that like I immediately noticed, like it was at the end when she was shutting down the hex, which made me feel really sad, was when I remembered that one of the kids is able to read minds. So when they're saying goodbye to the kids, knowing they're about to disappear, he probably knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, probably.
And it's like, oh, and he's just chilling. He's just chilling in his bed. And it's like, you know what? Bye, Mom. Good night. And it's like,
yeah, the finale. Yeah, that's a very sweet and interesting finale. I want to talk about that a little bit. But before that, some of the because that's one of the parts I really like. So some of the things here's some of the things I didn't like. The
Darcy.
There's more. No, I didn't mind Darcy. She was okay. Some of the things were more the finale. Like I mentioned, some of the finale felt a little bit rushed. The episode was a little longer than the other ones, but it could have been extended more. Because you had like the Vision fight, and then you had
I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. No one kind of remembered because that was a very interesting fight overall, because it was literally kind of a more of an intellectual thought.
And I did like that part. Yeah, I like that when he did that.
But the second White Vision like said and kind of got his memory fixed and everything, he just disappeared, and that's the last we saw of him. Nothing else was mentioned about him. No one making a note of like, we're tracking the Vision's body or anything. Nothing. It's just like, oh yep, whoosh, I'm the Vision, and he leaves. Nothing. That's it. Like, oh, that's it. I didn't like that. I personally didn't like that because that was it. That was kind of the end of it, and it didn't just left a huge like nail sticking out. Like, hello. And the fight between Agatha and Wanda was interesting, but it just it was like all over the place, and maybe it could have been smoothed out a little bit better, but it worked for what it was, because it was just two wizards, magicians, witches fighting each other. And seeing her outfit, her Scarlet Witch outfit, was kind of cool. I liked it. A lot of people were...
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, a lot of people were like referencing it to look like it looked like the Magneto's one from Days from Future Past. So it was cool. I liked it.
About the fight, and it's just a thing that I didn't notice. I saw someone post something on it. Is you remember in Age of Ultron when she's fucking with everybody's minds and things? She does that little speed, little walk, and then does the mind thing. She does that to Agatha.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
What?
I just thought that was a little fucking yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
how
just
they
didn't.
got
I didn't make the connection.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing where I realized that the second.
I know the mind thing, but no, I mean the little like witch walk thing where she like does the little quick walking or like yeah.
You gotta rewatch Age of Ultron.
No, like I remember that part. I just didn't make the connection between the two.
Oh, okay. A lot of people who have watched the entire WandaVision have rewatched Age of Ultron and have gotten new respect for that film, because like some of the things I really liked about this is really showcasing Wanda's past during episode 8.
Yeah, it was like a whole episode.
It was literally previously on, and it's like really now fleshing out Wanda's character, because for the most part they really couldn't have fleshed her out too much because of how the ownership of her character has been, because she's always been a background character in almost every movie, but this is the first time, like, and they've made little notes like, oh yes, she grew up in Sokovia, family, just small little things, but this is the first time they like, this is who Wanda is and this is who Wanda was, and we'll see who Wanda will be in the near future. But the finale itself, where Vision was kind of talking with her, I liked the moment he was talking with her in the lights as the hex was closing in on them, because he said that what was his last words? They were like, he was once a voice without a body, and then a body without a voice, and then what will he become next? And I like, oh, that's fucking sick. I love those. That is deep. And then that's on top of the whole boat battle theology thing, not theology, like mind battle that Vision and Vision were having.
Oh yeah, that did not remembering, like when they were like phasing through each other and then solidifying to hold each other while like their forearms are attached. I thought that was amazing.
I honestly thought they were gonna do something else. I was hoping they were gonna do. I made a post on the internet, on Twitter and Instagram, what they were gonna do. I was hoping they were gonna do a thing that happened on a different show, where the kind of the soul fused with the body, and that would have been sick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's what I was like, oh, this just happened in the show last week. Is this what's going to happen in WandaVision? Oh my god, they predicted it. It's crazy.
I
but no,
can see that.
That would have been sick. I would have like, oh, that makes sense, but now,
like the memories and stuff with the fixed body and things,
and with the portion of, because then we like officially like get known that the vision, the hex vision, well, what can you say, that the white vision and hex vision, hex vision is literally just a portion of the mind stone that was made from Wanda's powers. It was literally everything.
Wait,
it's her emotional ground.
I'm kind of curious, like, why does she have a piece of the mind stone?
Because that's how she got her powers, remember?
No, she got her powers through... Oh, wait, was it the Mind Stone or was it the Space Stone?
No, the Space Stone was the Tesseract.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's where I was getting confused, okay.
Yeah. So that's where you get that. But yeah, that's kind of some of the things I kind of thought. Is there anything else you want to talk about? If not, we'll probably end up talking in the extended discussion with the other guys.
Nothing right now. Before the extended edition, I'll probably rewatch, see if I miss anything. And then, like,
Okay.
But yeah, again, I thought this was a pretty good show. Definitely worth at least 2 watch throughs to, like, see everything. Even though some stuff
True.
is obvious, too. That's gonna be a
Ooh.
twist.
Oh, before we forget, we forgot that this one actually has 2 end credit scenes, and the final end credit scenes for the finale. Damn, that's crazy.
Wait. So I watched the one where she's in the cabin, right?
Yeah.
What's the other end credit scene? I might have missed it.
No, that's the other ones. The other ones where the first one is when we forgot to talk about Monica becoming Spectrum or Photon, whatever her name's gonna be. But she's probably gonna play a bigger role in because they had the other end credit was Monica going up to space with Nick Fury.
Oh yeah. It's not what Nick Fury. What the fuck are you talking about? It's with the Scrolls.
Yeah, that's where Nick Fury is. Do you not
Is it?
remember? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, Spider-Man.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Now are things starting to piece together?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, now we're gonna see Monica, aka Spectrum, aka Photon, going.
AKA.
She has like 2 other names. She also goes by Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel, but that's we probably won't get that version. But yeah. The one in the cabin when she's kind of because she got the Darkhold, and this is kind of interesting because if anyone's been paying attention to looking up into everything, I know we're not gonna get Mephisto, which is fine because we're gonna probably get Chthon, which is awesome.
I thought you were about to say Cthulhu. I'm like, what?
No, it's Chthon. That's his name. Like I've been paying really close attention to WandaVision and all the lore behind it, and ever since they showcased the Darkhold, which was originally showcased in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I already knew about the Darkhold existing.
Really?
Because because Hydra had the Darkhold and it disappeared mysteriously in one episode. Hydra owned it and it disappeared and it was found again by Agnes. So and the reason it's interesting that we're gonna get Chthon is because in comic book lore, the book is made out of the flesh of humans written by Chthon.
Okay then.
So yeah, that's where you get it. But yeah, we get to see Wanda read through it, gain more understanding of her powers, hearing her children's voices, which is interesting.
At the end, yeah.
Yeah, because it's either Chthon, because she's still struggling, because this whole entire season was her just struggling with her mental issues and her depression. So I have a feeling that Chthon's gonna basically take this opportunity to take a hold of her and use her, because Agnes or Agatha did say that she didn't know what she just did, which is interesting to know.
What she brought about, bringing in the chaos magic and all that.
Yeah, she opened something that shouldn't have been opened. She opened Pandora's box, basically, which I think there is a Pandora's box in Marvel. So something like a Pandora's box. Is there anything else you want to finish talking before we close this one off?
No, that's all I had for now.
All right, then that's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have an extended discussion with the boys from Gingerflix. Look forward to that one. So, Mikey, thank you for joining me. This was a fun series. Let's look forward to Falcon and Winter Soldier. That should be another fun one coming up. So, everyone, thanks again for listening. Until next time.